Hello and welcome to the second in the series of my Failsafe plants for beginners. So these are plants that are really good doers, that'll grow with a minimum amount of fuss but really perform well. And as it's mid-April, I'm going to be focusing on plants that will give you early spring colour. So I've pulled out 5. I'm just going to run you through them now. The first is Erysimum Balzer's Mauve. This plant probably has the longest flowering period of any plant I know of. In my garden, it flowers from February to November, which is just phenomenal. And these tight little buds at the top, they just keep on opening and opening and opening over the season, and this flower spike gets taller and taller and taller, and it's just incredible. Gives you months on end of colour, and I think the colour is really lovely too. It's very easy to mix with things like plums, all shades of pink, purple, silver, I mean virtually everything. Even a shocking contrast, a chartreuse like this is absolutely stunning. So I wouldn't be without this plant. It is slightly short-lived, so you will need to replace it every 3 years or so, but it's well worth it. Next one is a really tough little ground cover. It's evergreen, it's got nice big leaves, rounded leaves, so quite structural as well. It'll grow in quite heavy shade. These are called Bergenias. Now there's quite a lot of them, and the flower colour will vary from shades of white. This is Erysimum white, and this one's called Overture, which is a really luscious, rich pink, and I like these reddish stems it's got as well. It's early flowering, so often in bloom even as early as late winter, and usually carries through until mid-late spring. But very tough, very easy to grow, good in pots too. So they're the Bergenias. Another tough little ground cover we've got at the front here. These are really carpeting, as you can see, low growing. They're very good for edging paths. Again, you can use them in pots. But in spring, you can see these little flower spikes are jettisoned up. And these flowers are very rich in nectar. So the bees absolutely can't get enough of these, and they're really valuable for bees, because bees are out foraging quite early as soon as the temperatures warm up, and this is one plant that they're going to make a deadline to. So they're ajugas. This one's Burgundy Glow. You can see the foliage is really, it's sort of initially is this sort of got purple flush to the foliage, and then it reverts as it matures to this green and cream variegation. So that's lovely in shade. It just really helps illuminate the floor on a shady in a shady woodland area or shady border. Euphorbias, where do I start on euphorbias? I absolutely love them. This one is probably one of the most versatile. It's got a big name, Euphorbia amygloides robbii. It's evergreen again, and this foliage forms sort of loose mounds. It's suckering, so it will spread, and in spring again these incredible flowers just pop up. And again, another really good one for shadier areas. So if you've got a difficult spot underneath a tree, for example, and you just want to put a bright shot of colour, you can't beat this plant. Then I thought I'd include, for my last plant, a climber. This one is called Clematis Francis Rivis, and as you can see, it's one of the early blooming ones. Now, it's also an alpine clematis, and the alpine clematis are one of the toughest of the whole group of clematis. So if you have a cold exposed garden or somewhere that gets a lot of wind, then the alpine clematis are the way forward. They're one of the absolute toughest. So the reason I chose this one over the species is that the flowers are much larger and more showier, really. So again, reliable flower, really tough, very hardy, and looks lovely. So I hope this is helpful to you, and as I say, if you're going to pick any plants for early spring colour, let it be these ones.